Reselling shoes. How one man makes $10,000 a month flipping sneakers. Discovering the sneaker aftermarket. Searching through eBay, I filtered strictly by price and not by brand name. I was searching for items that were selling for around $500 minus $1,000 that I could make a profit from. To my surprise, in the $1,000 realm, among the name brand luxury bags and other obviously expensive items were a pair of Nikes. It was February 2015 and the shoes were the Air Jordan Tube just on. Little did I know that this discovery would open the door to my most profitable flipping venture yet, and the one that would match and replace my job income. I saw that many pairs were selling for nearly $1,000 with a lot of bidding action. After doing some research, I found that these shoes were available at retail at $350. Instantly I knew that I wanted to start selling shoes. Not only did these mark the checkbox of an item that sold for $500 minus $1,000, it exceeded my profit goal of $100 per item. I could make over $500 per shoe I sold. I would only have to sell one shoe per week to make my $500 per week goal, and I could even make $1,000 in a week if I sold 2 shoes, maybe even $1,000 in a day. My mind started spinning and I became super driven to learn all that I could about the shoe reselling game. After spending hours of research and using the little money that I had saved, I bought my first pair of shoes to resell. It was a pair of Jordans that I bought for $190. I sold them hours later for $300, and $80 profit after shipping and fees. It was the quickest and easiest money I had ever made. I had finally found a product that met all of my criteria: high-ticket items with good margins that sold quickly. Sneakers checked those boxes very nicely. Scaling up the sneaker flipping operation. I kept reselling pairs in that range until I had enough money saved to buy a pair of shoes for $900. After a few anxious days of waiting, I was able to flip them at $1,200 for a profit of about $200. I also began to learn how to secure these $1,000 shoes, called Yeezys, made by Adidas, at retail for insane profit margins of over $500 per shoe. I started as an absolute outsider and 4 months in I cleared $10,000 for the month. Once you know what you're doing and you take the time to build your reputation and stay on top with sneaker news, the consistency and ease of selling aftermarket sneakers amazes me to this day. The shoe reselling industry. Forbes estimates that the resale market for sneakers is estimated to be over $1 billion annually. What shoes to buy? One of the most common questions I get is how do I know which shoes to buy? Which brands and models will be profitable? To get an idea of what is hot in streetwear, follow sneaker and fashion publishers like Hypebeast or High Snobiety. Immerse yourself in your local sneaker communities by attending a sneaker convention and getting an idea of what people are wearing and what people are talking about. Learn about the Jordan brand. Begin to follow Instagram accounts that have to do with sneakers and sneaker news, so you'll automatically be doing research every time you're killing time on the gram. Combine all of the above with checking aftermarket prices on sites like eBay and calculating your estimated profit. In the advanced search, you can check the box just to see completed listings to see how much items are actually selling for. Where do you buy these shoes to resell? I like to buy older models either through eBay or Facebook groups and sneaker conventions. For new shoes, you'll go directly to the brand's website, adidas.com, nike.com, etc. and either press your luck right on the release time or you can utilize a sneaker bot to greatly increase your chances of securing a pair at retail price. Where's the best place to resell shoes? I've done most of my reselling on eBay, but it seems like apps like Goat and StockX are picking up, so I'm selling on those more now as well. Still, I love the feeling of doing in-person deals either through Craigslist, sneaker conventions, or Facebook, Twitter groups. Obviously, selling in person requires extra precautions, but if you use common sense and deal with good people through networking, you'll get the best prices from in-person on the buying side because online sellers are paying for shipping and fees to the platform that they're selling on. Some common and costly mistakes. Although I had done my research, I was still in over my head and had a lot to learn. After my biggest month, I made some preventable mistakes that nearly caused me to lose everything I had earned. First, I ended up with some fakes and it was a mess trying to get my money back from the seller or PayPal. As you might expect with shoes that sell for $1,000, there's a thriving black market for counterfeit sneakers. The other issue I ran into was with my PayPal account itself. They weren't used to me taking in such large amounts of money per month, so PayPal put a hold on my money. Since I relied on reinvesting that income into more inventory, that hold took me several months to recover from. I think I could have avoided that if I'd warned them in advance that I would be taking in as much money in a month that I used to take in a year, but then again I had no idea that I would make so much money so quickly. How do you deal with fakes? Although there are plenty of fakes on the market, there are also plenty of resources that will educate you on fakes and how to spot the differences. As a buyer, you can ask for detailed, tag pictures $#, that is what I means $#, with written proof of ownership, often the day, time on a piece of paper next to the shoe in each picture. And compare them to the numerous tutorials on YouTube or on sneaker forums that will give you a good idea of whether they're authentic or not. Be sure to include tracking with signature required and insurance so the buyer also cannot claim that he or she never got the kicks. How do you manage inventory? The short answer is I don't. I try and sell each pair as quickly as I buy them. When selling shoes, it can be easy to amass a bulky collection that you have to keep somewhere. What's next? For anyone that wants to get a side hustle going but doesn't know where to start, selling sneakers is one of the best ways to learn valuable entrepreneurial skills in real life, like customer service, profitably managing inventory, and learning to set and achieve goals. What else could you flip? While sneakers are some of the best items to flip if you have a sense for what's hot, there are certainly plenty of other options to buy low and sell high. Used shoes and boots. The resale market for shoes goes far beyond just these limited edition sneakers. In fact, even gently used regular name brand shoes and boots can be flipped for profit. In this case, it's a game of spotting deals at thrift shops and yard sales. A typical purchase price might be $5 to $15 for a pair, but those can sell for $50 minus $300 on eBay depending on the brand and condition. It may not be as flashy as the sneaker business, but may be easier to source inventory and begin to multiply your money.